Hi everyone, my name's Neelam Ahuja, and instead of a row review today, I'm going to walk you through my thought process in the decisions I made along the way when I was getting dressed in a particular outfit, which is the outfit I'm wearing. I've been asked to do this because, well, there were a few questions. I thought I would answer a bunch of questions while walking you through this particular ensemble. So let's start with the shirt. So the shirt is by Massimo Dutti. Some of them can be crispy and too thin and the button doesn't quite sit at the right place, but they've done a range of oversized shirts, and this one in particular is like a khaki green and it's extremely soft. It almost feels like my Luca by the row, but it isn't. And listen, you know I love the row, and I love the row shirts, and I have a range of them, but I do like to infuse color in my wardrobe every now and then. Yes, I do. As much as I would love to have all the row, I can't. And I also don't like to buy a lot of fast fashion. I am very mindful when I make those purchases. The ones that I purchase, I tend to keep, and I do rotate shirts. I do like on occasion buying certain items and then I keep them. And my sister and I kind of swap clothes. So that's another way to do it. Have a circle of friends that you can do that with. In the khaki shirt, I'm gonna link everything. As much as I can, I will link. In the description of my video, I'll put all the links. If I can find the items, I always will do that for you. But I'm gonna show you it untucked and tucked. The question was, how do you tuck a shirt? That was one of the first questions I wanted to answer. It really depends on the fabrication. When it's a big shirt, there's a lot of fabric, right? And if it's a stiff cotton and you don't tuck it the right way, you can end up looking bigger in places where you don't necessarily want to look bigger. With this shirt, it's pretty soft, so I didn't have to think too much about it. I ended up doing a front tuck and left the back out when I was out and about at the mall, because I wanted it to be a little sloppier, a little more street style. For the purpose of the video, I tucked it all in, because when I'm sitting, if the back is undone, it can look sloppy and it can look bad sloppy. And so I tucked it for the video. So this is a really easy shirt to work with. You can do a half tuck, a full tuck, a side tuck. What I do is I fuss with it a little to get it to sit the way I want. And I think that's what you have to do. I think you have to try the tuck. You have to work with it and then look at your angles and see, is this flattering from the side and from the back? And there's no rule about this, really. I think it's the only rule I go by ever is, does it look good on me? Does this flatter my shape? I think it's really important to know your shape, and for me, it's all about accommodating for my broad shoulders, and I work outfits around that. The other thing that you've noticed is I've got it unbuttoned. I really like this because it does a couple of things. One, it makes the outfit look more relaxed. And two, it allows for another color variation in your outfit. I always go for black in this. And what this is so I am bustier, and you can't tell because of what I've got underneath. I wear the Lululemon Energy Bra on a daily basis. I have it in nude, I have it in black, and that's what's underneath all of my shirts. And then I found this half tank with spaghetti straps that I put on top of it because it comes up higher. If I were just to wear the Energy Bra, you'd see a little cleavage, and I don't like that look with this kind of a shirt. Like I don't mind it if it's a beautiful evening gown and it's meant to show that, but on a day-to-day basis, I just don't want that look. So I invested in one of these tanks because it comes up a bit higher and it doesn't weigh a lot. So in the summer, I'm not gonna overheat with two bras on. What I like about it is it just allows me to unbutton my shirt any which way I want without having to worry about that, any spillage or bending over. And you know, I bought it at this random boutique in Palm Springs when we were on vacation. And if there's a label and a link, I'll try and link it. But I think this is one that you just have to try on, because on everyone it's going to fit a little differently. If you're really busty, it might not work, this particular one. But that's what I would suggest doing, is finding like a half tank to go over it. And what else can I tell you? Cuffs. I always roll up my cuffs. That's another thing that makes the outfit more relaxed. And again, there's no rule. The first thing I do when I'm trying a shirt on whenever I'm in a store is I do a little partial tuck, of course, and I unbutton the cuffs to see how that's gonna look, because it's how I wear it all the time. And I've got my Cuyana Classic belt on, on top of this skirt that I think is almost sold out now. It's a mid-weight cotton, not quite a denim. It's like a cotton straight skirt and in black, and they had it in this cool wool gray as well. I took it in the black and I went up to a size medium. I love low-waisted pieces, jeans, skirts. I never really liked the high waist because if it comes up to here, it just felt weird to me. So I've always preferred a low waist. So I went to a size medium. It sits very low and it has room then in the hips, and it also gives me more length. So things look longer that way. And again, that's the look that I prefer. Sometimes you don't know. You think it's gonna be a good piece and then you don't realize how great a piece it's gonna be and how much you're gonna wear it. This is one of those skirts that now when I'm dressing in the morning, I reach for it before my rose skirts. I pair it with my James Purse tees. I pair it with my shirts. I always want to wear it. And for the boots, I went with the Lulu boots. These were, I think, winter 23. Yes. And they're very much like a sock boot, and they show every bone in your foot. Lulu boots were offered in whole sizes only, so I went up to 37. That way I could wear a sock in the fall if I want to. I haven't actually. I've been wearing them barefoot, and I like the way this looks. I mean, I could have done a chunky boot, but we're coming into spring, and although I do like a combat boot with it too. But the shirt feels light, the cotton skirt, and then the Lulu boots, which are light. I felt like that worked really well together. And my ring, SOPHIE BUHAI. I love her pieces. I have a few of them. This is gorgeous. It's called a donut ring. She did a few colors. She kindly sent me, I think it's this one or the white one. She sent me one and then I bought another because they're so cool. I'm normally a size 5 on this finger and this finger, but I think the size 5 and the donut ring only fit on my ring finger, which is significantly smaller. And so I don't know, like maybe the sizing's off. So maybe go up if you're trying her rings or get a couple sizes. And earrings, Laura Lombardi earrings. They have like a bit of a ridge in them. I like them. And I mean, I wanted a softer gold and I didn't want anything too bright that would look too formal. That's why I chose these. I think they're brass and they've tarnished and I like that. They look a little antique and so it's muted with the rest of the outfit, which is very casual. And yet it's still gold, so it pops against the color of my skin and my hair, which is why I chose them. It's really noisy today. And then for my tote, I'm really excited to share information about this Cuyana. That is how you pronounce the name of this company. I had to message them and ask, how do you pronounce your brand name? They had sent me this. I picked the color because I love green. I'm going through a very greeny phase. And I really liked how these two were working together. That was an accident. So I picked the bag separately. And then when I saw it in the closet, it just inspired me to put it together with this outfit. Tone on tone is something I do a lot. And so this is the dual handle tote that you might be familiar with. It has 2 shorter handles and then 2 longer ones. It goes very comfortably over the shoulder. This is the open version and there are no compartments, just one inside slip pocket. And it doesn't weigh anything. And the inside isn't really lined. It feels like it's a bag meant to be durable and functional. And it's pebbled and it's thick and pretty scratch resistant. It's not really a soft, delicate leather, so you're not gonna have to worry about that either. I know they do a zippered version. So what I'll say is I was wearing it through the mall the other day and had it over my shoulder, and it's very easy to get my contents in and out of it because of how open it is. And therefore it occurred to me how easy it would be for other people to get my contents in and out of it. So I moved my wallet to the front of the bag and I held it close. And so you don't really want to be worried about that, right? And maybe that's why you go for the zippered version. For me, I had just my wallet in the front and then I felt secure and comfortable. I mean, if they're really excited about stealing my hairspray, they're welcome to it. It's just a very cool bag and I really like it with this outfit. I hope you enjoyed this segment. If you did, and if you want to hear more about how and why I get dressed the way I do, then maybe I'll come back with more of these on occasion. We'll see you back here soon.